Hi, my name is Matthew, and today we're going to work on a problem on compound interest to find the equivalent values. So the problem is a payment of $500 is due in 6 months with interest at 12% compounded quarterly. A second payment of $800 is due in 18 months with interest at 10% compounded semi-annually. These two payments are to be replaced by a single payment 9 months from now, and determine the size of the replacement payment if interest is 9% compounded monthly and the focal date is 9 months from now. So what do I do? So the first thing we should do is just kind of organize the problem for ourselves, and a timeline is very useful for that. So you can see that we have our focal date, right? The first payment, $500 is due in 6 months, is being placed here 6 months from today. The second payment, 18 months, $800 with the appropriate interest rates is placed there. Okay, and I've also placed the focal date. So this allows me to see what I need to do. So the first thing I need to do is first find out the value today of $500. So I label that P1. I also need to find P2, which is the value today of $800. So I just want to see what the original payment scheme, what the value today was going to be. After that, we're going to move that forward to the focal date. So let's calculate P1 and P2 first. So what do I do? So calculate P1 and P2. I have my timeline, I have my question. I start off by calculating using my present value formula for compound interest. For P1, the future value is $500. I'm trying to find out the equivalent value today at 12% compounded quarterly. So I take the 12% divided by 4. This is 6 months from today, but because interest is compounded quarterly, I need to convert 6 months, which is equal to 2 quarters. When I do this calculation, I'm going to get $471.28. I repeat this process for P2, except P2 has a future value of $800, an interest rate of 10% compounded semi-annually, and so I take the 10% divided by 2. The period I want to find is 18 months, right? I want to find it today, so I move it back 18 months, which is equivalent to 3 semi-annuals. I need to convert that to semi-annuals because my interest is compounded semi-annually. When I do the calculation, I have the value of $431.92. Finally, I add P1 and P2 together. So I add P1 and P2. So $903.20 is the value today that if I were to replace both payments, 500, 800. Okay? However, the focal date is 9 months from now. So I want to find out what the value is of $903.20 in 9 months, or S3, on the focal date. So I take the new interest rate, 9% compounded monthly. The time is in months, so N is 9 months. The present value is $903.20. I do the calculation, and I find out my single equivalent payment is $966.03.